Good evening. We're going to be starting the ceremony here in 1 minute, so 1 minute. We're going to ask that you please silence the phones for the ceremony as well. There you go. You guys ready? You ready now? Hey, you got your water bowl. Take a drink to be good. All right. Good evening, parents, family, friends, and most importantly, the 8th grade students tonight. My name is Paul Mielke. I'm the principal of Templeton Middle School, and it is my honor to welcome you tonight to our completion ceremony. To start our program, I would like everyone to please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag is up here in front. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the completion ceremony for this year's 8th grade class. Tonight is a milestone in the lives of the students seated in front of us. Tonight we have the opportunity to share in the excitement as our 8th grade students successfully end middle school and receive their certificates of completion. Tonight is about them and honoring their accomplishments. When I asked the 8th grade teachers to describe the 8th grade class in a single word or a phrase, here were some of their responses: kind, energetic, intelligent, technology savvy, enthusiastic, connected, encouraging, charismatic, fun-loving, little kids at heart, sense of humor, awesome Quidditch players, respectful, enthusiastic, go-getters, goofy, compassionate, critical thinkers, hardworking, innovative, and persistent. Based on these words, it sounds like it was a very memorable, enjoyable, and most importantly, successful year. Congratulations to you. Tonight's my last chance to talk to you as your principal, so I'd like to share 2 very short quotes with you that I think you may find useful. Last year, students posted some of their favorite quotes on the wall at Templeton. One of my favorite quotes that was posted by a student was this: "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." I really like this quote because it illustrates that much of how we view the world depends on our perspective. Challenges or situations in our lives can be either impossible or we can think, I'm possible. The choice is ours. The second quote I wanted to share I heard actually just earlier this week. Muhammad Ali, who was an Olympic and professional boxer and widely regarded as one of the most significant and celebrated sports figures of the 20th century, passed away last week. Many television and radio shows held tributes to Ali, retelling various stories and often quoting the boxing legend. I had often heard the quote, "Impossible is nothing." However, it wasn't until a few days ago that I heard the quote in its entirety. Impossible is nothing is merely the last 3 words of a much more powerful quote. What should be a lesson to all of us, the Cliff Notes or summary can't replicate the true meaning and message of the original and complete work. The entire quote from Ali is this: "Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing." As I look out at the 8th graders tonight, it is my hope that they don't look at the world and see the future challenges they will encounter as impossible. Instead, it is my hope that they think to themselves, I'm possible. Because life really is about finding the right perspective. What is impossible for many becomes impossible for one. To the class of 2020, I leave you with these words. See the potential around you. See the impossible as a dare. See the impossible as potential to do something different. Change the world. Do the impossible. It has been an honor to be part of your education. I wish you the best luck in your future. Thank you. At this time, as a tradition at Templeton, we have selected some guest speakers to share their words with you tonight to recap all of the highlights from their middle school careers. So at this time, I would like to introduce the first speaker, who will be our Student Council President, Sydney Lex.
For most of us here today, parents, family, and especially my fellow classmates, it's hard to comprehend that our middle school years are finally over. There will be no more lunches in the Templeton cafeteria or any games in the gym. There will be no more houses or even quarters. But as this chapter of our life ends, a new one begins. For me and all of you, it's hard to imagine that in a few short months, we will be high schoolers. Even though this is the truth, this completion is not about being sad that we are done and leaving middle school, but to be happy that we get to continue this journey and that we made it to high school. Middle school has taught us many things, from becoming more mature, to making better decisions, to finding amazing friends, and most of all, having fun. Since I first walked through those glass doors on my first day of 6th grade, I knew middle school was going to be rough, but exciting at the same time. To start off, I believe the main thing we learned from 6th grade was to make friends. We were able to meet a new person almost every day from different elementary schools. Those new friends helped us grow and become better people. My new friends treat me as if they've known me my whole life. I hope that you or your child have found wonderful friends that support everyone no matter what mistakes happen and treat others like they've known them their whole life. Next, 7th grade gave us all memories to never forget. In 7th grade, we had to learn how to stand up for others and become the best we could be. We had defined who we were and what we wanted for our lives. From going to medieval times or freezing on a nature field trip, we discovered new sides of ourselves. Everyone should be glad that 7th grade helped us grow. Last but not least, 8th grade taught us how to be role models. We had to set examples for the lower grades. We had to take charge and be kind and considerate to everyone. 8th grade is the time that we will most remember, and it gave us memories to last forever. From fun classes to great field trips, 8th grade shaped all of our lives for the better. All of middle school combined gave us what we are today, strong, kind, and wonderful people. All of you are amazing classmates to share this journey of middle school and high school with, and every parent here should be extremely proud of their child. I cannot wait for these next 4 years. I hope that all of you can reflect over your time at Templeton because they made you what you are today. Parents, family, and my classmates, be sure to always remember that every day brings new decisions, and there's always time to change something that is not right. We did it, everyone. Congratulations to us all. I hope families are excited to start another chapter of our lives together as we now graduate from Bulldogs to Chargers. Tonight, make sure all of you have fun and celebrate completing a tough 3 years of our lives, and soon get ready for 4 more years together.
Thank you, Sydney. Now representing 8 Blue House, Molly Coady.
I've had 3 long yet short years at Templeton. Long because of all the countless hours of homework, many books read, and sleepless nights I spent doing projects. Yet short because of all the memories I've made, amazing people I've met, and truly interesting things I've learned about. I'll never remember every word of my hallway conversations, lunchroom debates amongst my friends, or whispered comments in the middle of class, but I wish that I could. Because when I look back at my 3 years in TMS, those are the things I remember first. Not what I learned in any particular class, but the moments I shared with those sitting in front of me today. Our story, of course, starts with 6th grade. Television character Michael Scott on The Office summed up mine, and I'm sure most of my classmates' thoughts about beginning 6th grade when he said, "I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do." Sure, I had attended all the open houses, the seminars, and heard info from my older siblings and friends. But when I was actually thrown into school the first day with roughly 200 people I had never met, I was bound to get a little confused. Although, my classmates and I stuck together throughout the year to help each other figure out how to navigate the hallways, where our classrooms were, and how to open those horrible lockers. 7th and 8th grade came a lot easier to me, thankfully. These 2 years helped me learn a lot of lessons about how to be a successful student. The lessons I learned to include that studying for tests is essential, procrastinating does absolutely nothing for you, and that study groups are amazing. All of my lessons learned have turned me into the student I am today, a consistent 4.0 student and 3-time principal pen winner. TMS was an environment that really allowed me to succeed. I was lucky to have teachers all 3 of my years who were genuinely interested in me as a person and knew how I learned best. All of my teachers always wanted me to do my best, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them all for that. But my teachers weren't the only ones who helped me become as successful as I was in TMS. My loving parents were always there for me whenever I needed help to check my work, get supplies for a project, or just be someone to vent to. My spectacular sister Colleen was always there to help me with any subject I needed, was such a great role model for me to look up to, and was always there when I needed to borrow her wardrobe. And my amazing brother Sean was there to teach me lessons about life and was another great role model. Lastly, my extraordinary friends. They were always there to help explain topics to me, give me notes when I was sick, and were great shoulders to cry on. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who contributed to my success at Templeton. I cannot express how much it means to me. Now that my 3 years at Templeton have finished, I'm ready to begin 4 new ones at Hamilton with the class of 2020. In high school, I'm looking forward to joining new clubs and sports, participating in homecoming week, cheering on the Chargers at all the football and basketball games, and taking classes and topics that truly interest me. Also, I'm looking forward to making memories I'll never forget with these amazing people. I know that we'll all have a great 4 years here at Hamilton. After all, unlike that timid 6th grader, I now know exactly what to do, and as part of the class of 2020, I can see the future perfectly.
Thank you, Molly. Now representing 8 Gold House, Elle Zelakiewicz.
The best part of completing anything is the result. Knowing that yes, all your hard work did pay off. Well, today, our hard work has paid off. Today, we've officially completed our middle school career. Through our hard work and dedication, we have succeeded to move on to a new stepping stone in our life to continue to thrive and achieve great things. I like to think of middle school like a hike in the woods. When you first walk in, everything seems to capture your interest. The first couple of miles are almost effortless. There is a well-paved path, and all you have to do is repeat the motions. But then you find yourself stuck. The path becomes slightly less obvious, and there are forks in the road and decisions to be made. And just when you think that you've met a dead end and the weather is being too relentless, you see a clearing up ahead. The light is shining through the trees, and you look back at the dense woods behind you, and you are proud of the challenges you have overcome and the obstacles you have endured. Any wrong turns taken are not looked at as a sign of failure, but as a sign of experience, growth, and progress. We as individuals have all grown so much these past few years. Many of these things we have learned through trial and error. We have learned about situations where you should speak up and about times where it is wiser to be silent. We have also all grown academically this year. whether that means getting straight A's or getting a B in a class where you once got a C. After all, the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. My 8th grade year was spent learning in Gold House. We all had such a great time building new friendships and having new opportunities, such as when we went to the courthouse and some of us were able to experience a real live case. We in Gold House also enjoyed going back to the elementary schools to read books to the children. Their energy and happiness is uncontrollable and very much contagious. I'm sure the other 8 Gold members will agree when I say that it is hard to imagine that we were ever once that small. While all of us here did put in a lot of effort to get here, there were many people that helped us along the way. Us students would like to thank the teachers for helping us through the minor and major confusions and drawbacks. Thank you for being patient with us the whole way throughout the school year. Also, thank you for helping make it a great and fun experience at Templeton Middle School. The next stage after 8th grade is high school. It is scary for some, exciting for others, but both scary and exciting for most. We all look forward to the change in surroundings and the excitement of the new people and potential friends. Even though these past few years have presented some challenges, it was still a remarkable few years. We have needed to look at problems and situations with different perspectives with the help of our peers, family, and teachers. We have done some things we may regret, but we have done some pretty awesome things as well. We have all deserved this ceremony, and we should look back on this day with pride. So thank you, TMS, for the amazing lessons you have taught us. Thank you for the great friends you have gave us. Thank you for the unforgettable experiences, and thank you for an overall incredible last few years.
Thank you, Elle. And our final speaker for the night, representing 8 White House, Mackenzie, Jordenlien.
Parents, siblings, administration, teachers, and friends. We did it. We're graduating. Can you believe it? 3 years ago, we were walking into the middle school halls as small, nervous 6th graders, worried about what the future would bring. But now, 3 years later, we are leaving this middle school as intelligent, independent, and determined young men and women who have worked so hard to get here. We have suffered through all of the challenging pop quizzes, all of the Monday mornings when we just didn't feel like getting up out of bed, and all of the times when the teacher called on you to answer a question when they knew you weren't listening. We made it through all of that this year, and it was worth it, because in a few months, we'll be stepping into our lives as high schoolers. Maybe you lost a friend this year. Maybe you gained a friend this year. Maybe you got an A on that science test you were worried all day about. Maybe you got a U. Whatever happened this year, whether good or bad, just always remember this. This life you are living right now is a gift. That's why it's called the present. All of us in this room should be so proud of each other. To start with, graduates, be proud of yourself. We've all accomplished so much this year, whether it was scoring 20 points in a basketball game or finally figuring out how to calculate force. You have finished this year out strong, so congratulations on that. Also, just look around this room at your parents and grandparents. They're smiling and taking pictures of you because they want to remember this day forever, because they are proud of you. Their little baby is growing up and graduating middle school. Graduates and parents, you should also be proud of these amazing teachers and staff that we have. You should be proud that they didn't rip out all their hair or scratch their eyes out before this year ended. They have stuck with us throughout this entire year. They have made us laugh so hard we cry. They have taught us not just how to graph a polynomial and how to annotate an article, but how to be kind and do the right thing, even if no one's looking. So thank you to all the staff and teachers who believed in us since the beginning and took that extra step to help us succeed. In a few months, when you step through the doors of high school, keep these things in mind. Dedicate yourself to making this year even better than last year. Study hard and remember that with every test you take and with every book you read, you're investing a little more into yourself. And finally, I know you have probably heard this so many times, but don't be in too much of a hurry to grow up. During these next 4 years, there will be some great times, and you don't want to miss them because you're too focused on growing up. So, as Dr. Seuss once said, kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Boxbum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai, Aleve, and Alan O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Note all our speakers, they did a tremendous job. At this time, we will now present the 8th grade class with their completion certificates. As tradition, we'll have student readers that will announce the names of all the students. The first presenter for 8 Blue will be Maanya Kashyap.
Cameron Anderson. Noah Badalamente. Elizabeth Barnish. Darius Bates. Samuel Beffa. Sean Betters. Tyler Binns. Michael Bland. Matthew Borneman. London Bradley. Danielle Brown. Samantha Bowie. Skylar Campanelli. Molly Coady. Hannah Conley. Alexis Cross. Nicholas Cup. Sophia Detweiler. David Michael Dietrich. Quentin Dietrich. Sydney Dowler. Jared Edwards. Eric Arado. Spencer Evers. Caitlin Fisher. And finally, Christian Flanick. Next reading for 8 Blue, we will have Peyton Tahalka.
Jason Garr. Jacob Grayton. Elizabeth Heber. Chad Holzum. Joel Hoytink. Tate Hutchinson. Maanya Kashyap. Alyssa Call. Nicholas Clem. Ryan Klibowitz. Lana Kling. Adam Koch. Elizabeth Kuritz. Spencer Lee. Sydney Lex. Samantha Lichty. Jack Lockhart. Jonathan Lucero. Samantha Myler. Bryce Melk McCrary. Joshua Mullins. Brandon Meyer. Morgan Middaugh. Jonathan Malinsky. Riley Morgano. Emma Mueller. Logan Mumper. Maximilian Niebler. The next reader for 8 Blue will be Spencer Evers.
Ratika Patel. Bennett Pauls. Hannah Fursh. Charlie Phillips. Haley Pfeiffer. Sam Plachetti. Kenzie Prodell. Abi Puri. Everett Rachel. Elena Reitz. Tyler Scherer. Sophia Schick. Ethan Schlondrop. Sarah Schrader. Madison Schrader. Zoe Schultz. Allison Schwartz. Shiva Senthil. Jasneet Singh. Carson Smith. Garrett Staub. Sam Strom. Aubrey Tarud. Daniel Tao. Peyton Taholka. Aiden Torres. Kaylee Tringali. Caitlin Ty River. Tyler Vaughn. James Venn. And now our next reader for 8 Blue, Tyler Scherer.
Heather Warden. Kristen Weisbrod. Julia Welch. Madison Wells. Robert Zolakoffer. Our first reader from 8 Gold, Aiden Goodrow.
Ashley Albrecht. Isabel Atkinson. Shane Elkroyd. Maria Barnes. Anaya Barnett. Tyler Bartell. Peyton Belk. Tate Breyer. Sean Buchanan. Jared Berger. Bailey Burns. Joe Coady. David Carter. Rosario Ciardo. Elijah Conrad. Kyle Cook. Carter Crevillian. Ryan Dankert. Owen Davies. Lyra Davis. Davis Deacon. Austin DeHardy. Morgan DeHardy. Mason DeVorce. Christian Dockery. Derek Dorwachter. Hannah Donovan. Kate Fantel. Kaylee Fossbender. Reading next for 8 gold, Megan Nielsen.
Johan Fernandez. Lucas Finnessy. Catherine Fowler. Eric Frafford. Philip Frafford. Hunter Friedrich. Samantha Grukian. Joseph Giels. Matthew Girak. Aiden Goodrow. Maria Gordon. Sarah Gannett. Benjamin Gumina. Evan Gunderson. Trevor Gundrum. Ryan Harder. Brooke Hartman. Alan Henry. Brooke Hillman. Colin Holtzen. Elijah Hauser. Abby Hubble. Shane Johnson. Ashley Comback Ohm. Austin Kenworthy. McKenna Kesnick. Anna Knutson. Alexis Knopp. Danielle Kassow. Lillian Kreuzer. Reading next for 8 gold is Ashley Albrecht.
Gavin Kuhlenbeck. Yusuf Kurter. Dane Lassiter. Rustin Lawrence. Devin Lyston. Ian Lohr. Nina Lubke. Isabella McCann. Chloe Miller. Jonah Knotts. Caleb Nichols. Megan Nielsen. Jacob Nowak. Alexis O'Connor. Preston Olson. Cassidy Osesic. Dorothy Palmer. Emmett Peters. Nicholas Petropoulos. Olivia Petrak. Jillian Pino. Mariano Pofal.
James Quam. Kyan Rhea. Grant Reek. Nicholas Rayfeld. Mallory Rem. Annika Rude. Casey Repke. Last speaking from 8 Gold House is Abby Hubble. Emma Rogowski. Dino Rosario. Tanner Rosen. Allison Reese. Cole Sanchez. Dennis Schleicher. Jordan Schlick. Samantha Schmidt. Braden Sikora. Isabella Seston. Alyssa Simons. Rena Singhal. Lauren Slavic. Jacqueline Spriedeman. Brianna Staplefeld. Zachary Storbakken. Christian Strutz. Sean Saminsky. Brianna Taylor. Alexander Tierling. Melina Torres. James Troutman. Joseph Vang. Taylor Van Hoof. Lucas Wick. Jenna Withrow. Madison Robleski. Brian Yang. Peter Yang. Elle Zelakiewicz. Alexis Zilke. Now reading for 8 White is Andy Schmitz.
Maxwell Aberman. Emma Anthony. Jessica Bagley. Holly Barr. Brendan Ban. George Barnes. Shannon Bathley. Alexandra Beinborn. Emily Berger. Gavin Birkenheyer. Bradley Bowman. Lauren Braitsky. Samuel Bretzel. McKenna Brewer. Kyle Brinkman. Sarah Berg. Drew Carlson. Jonathan Costa. Megan Dewing. Heather Duffner. Allison Eichmann. John Enneking. Colin Essen. Adam Fantel. Abigail Farrell. Jacob Phobes. Eden Furman. Hannah Gablevy. Megan Gauthier.
Next reader, Madison Ruplinger.
Joseph Gelfie. Sharon Gill. Braden Gorecki. Brennan Hagan. Marin Hale. Christian Hartwig. Jacob Holtzhauer. Tyler Hurd. Jordan Jeffers. Riley Johnson. Mackenzie Jordenlien. Ricardo Kane. Joseph Kebis. Jacob King. Johnny Knight. Catherine Kuza. Noah Kusero. Brendan LeGrant. Kenneth Lohr. Brandon Lucas. Ashlyn Lewick. Michael Maher. Madeline Muscati. Aaron McCormick. Samantha Middlestead. Ethan Milbrath. Abigail Moriarty. The next reader for 8 White, Brad Bowman.
Alyssa Musfelt. Abigail Narr. Samantha Nelson. Jacob Bonicio. Jacob Pacanella. Jack Pulaski. Tanner Pulaski. Vincent Polidori. Mason Prodell. Harper Rhodes. Peyton Ross. Madison Ruplinger. Kane Saber. Robert Saylor. Isabella Sauceda Pulvermacher. Lauren Schlamen. Megan Schley. Allison Schmidt. Andrew Schmitz. Sarah Schnapp. Benjamin Speck. Jennifer Spence. Brandon Stanley. Joseph Steffen. Justin Stevenson. Olivia Stump. Hope Swearigan. Madeline Ulrich. Jack Vandeven. Alexandra Verity. The next reader will be Olivia Stump.
Derek Wallace. Tyler Walls. Hannah Wenger. Bailey Willman. Alex Wojciechowski. Peyton Wenschel. Trevor Wenschel. Elena Zhang. Zachary Zingsheim.
I want to thank everyone. Can we just give the class a round of applause? We have 2 events left in our ceremony tonight. It's my pleasure to present our 8th grade choir led by Jane Mier in their rendition of Time of My Life.
Eighth graders, on the morning announcements, many times a week, you hear teachers read words of wisdom. Each story you hear focuses on an important value or character trait for the week. A value or character trait that you might have had to incorporate into an essay or a story, maybe reflect upon in a journal entry, or maybe even discuss with a friend. Some of the character traits were about trust, family, honesty, forgiveness, friendships, teamwork, respect, acceptance of others, gratitude, goal setting, and being the best that you can be. Our world desperately needs these traits. Hopefully, you'll stand up, live, and practice these traits. You can be all of these wonderful things if you keep your path clear from distractions, focus on your goals, and believe in yourself. The choice is yours. Well, eighth grade, I have one last assignment for you. Tonight is not only your night. This night also belongs to those who have helped you along the way and will continue helping you along the way. It's your parents, grandparents, guardians, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, and the staff and faculty of the entire Hamilton School District. I want you, eighth grade, to take some time today, tomorrow, or this summer to congratulate and thank them for walking this journey with you. I think I speak for all your teachers in saying we are proud of you and proud to see how you have grown. And we look forward to seeing your future accomplishments. You have set a standard for character and caring, and you inspire us as teachers. You have the heart, the self-confidence, and the courage to face life's challenges. Now it's your turn to go and build your world, brighten the lives of those around you, and achieve great things as you move on to high school and further in your life. Congratulations, eighth grade. As tonight's ceremony comes to a close, I would ask parents and special guests to please remain seated until the eighth grade has exited the gym. Parents and guests, you can meet your students in the cafeteria after the ceremony. At this time, the TMS eighth grade class of 2016 is dismissed.